It's way past this child's bedtime.
Yes.
Her mom was taking a shower upstairs, so she got a little bit of extra awake time. And here she's weaseled her way onto the podcast. And I thought,
Yes.
fine, you can hang with us for like a minute. We were going to talk about the Mario movie one more time because last time we talked about it on the podcast. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Rosalina.
Rosalina.
Why did Princess Peach, the whole movie, call her Rosalina?
We're galaxies away from Rosalina. Tell me exactly where Rosalina is. I found out where Rosalina is.
All right, go ahead and put her down and let's talk about the movie.
It wasn't bad.
What we keep hearing is it's even worse than the last one, which was already bland.
There's a profound emptiness to this movie that becomes harder to ignore the longer it goes on.
And storyless.
I personally start to get bored from, I don't even know, the 20th moment when they have to go up against a threat and they have to jump around it and the camera spins around.
Oh, this one was completely storyless. It did not have a story.
Really?
It didn't.
Would you go so far as to say no story?
There was no story. It was just reference. The whole movie was reference.
Can you take us to the space junk galaxy?
Nope.
Let's take that for granted. It was nothing but references. Did you like it?
Yes.
Remember, did you see that one where EJ's family got the Yoshi popcorn bucket?
It goes through the egg into his asshole, so you can do that. That was great. And we went back, even though I said theaters are too expensive.
Do you think you'll find yourself at the theaters again after this?
I don't think for this movie. It's just too expensive to go to the movie theater. Look, when you have a newborn and you have energetic boys, you have to get them out of the house sometimes. So we went again. We went to see the movie again. They love the movie. Jason's like, oh, kids don't know if they like movies. They like screens.
Kids like fucking anything.
Yeah.
Look at the dumb bullshit kids watch. Like, kids like that Mario. Kids like Mario. Kids like seeing that Mario's on a screen. Kids like being in a jam-packed theater with a bunch of other kids going crazy.
Which is one I think is horseshit. Because
Movies are on screens. And as a fellow kid, I will say, yes, we do like screens. But that's because of the world we grew up around. We're literally recording on a screen right now. You trained us to like screens.
Yeah, EJ.
it was me. Sorry.
The society that we live in trained us.
You know, we're living in a society.
If you did like the movie, even though it had no story, try to sit up. We can't see you, right?
Are you talking to me?
EJ, sit up.
I'm on two pillows in a stool right now, okay?
What did you like about the movie?
Rosalina's design.
Oh, her design.
The origin story of Peach and Rosalina that everybody says is horrible.
They do?
Yeah.
People don't like that they're sisters, even though they've looked alike for 20 years?
I heard a theory that was just flat out crazy, and Mom thought it was the other way around. Peach is Rosalina's mother. How?
And Luigi is.
Mama Luigi.
The father.
This is not just a theory, a film theory.
Thanks for watching.
But who's pregnant with Sonic? That's the thing. That's the question.
Don't take that off. I need that hat. I got hat hair under here. All right, so a couple of things I wanted to say. First of all, Sonic 4 had a special trailer, and I thought to myself, do you think that they should stop showing movie trailers online? Just stop the practice so that people will come into movie theaters and watch a trailer? Remember back to the practice of like, oh, if you go see Monsters, Inc., you'll see the Attack of the Clones trailer.
That was a thing?
Yeah, it was like you had to go to a specific movie. I remember in like 1989, people would go to any old movie just to see the Batman trailer. Oh, and there was what was it? Was it like Mission Impossible or something where you could see the first 10 minutes of Dark Knight Rises? Bring that back.
Bring it back.
Get people in theaters. Wouldn't they do it? But we also saw a trailer for a movie called The Sheep Detectives. Did you see this?
And we kept saying it in California, and Mom was like, hey, yeah.
You didn't see this trailer?
I don't think so.
Forget the Mario movie. The Sheep Detectives had a lot more story. You might even say it's a herder murder.
So the trailer begins. The shepherd is reading a mystery story to the sheep.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah.
The sheep solve the crime.
Hugh Jackman's the herder, and he drops dead.
Yeah, somebody murdered him.
Our shepherd was murdered.
No! And then the sheep all start speaking.
I didn't even know he was sick.
I didn't even know he was sick.
No, the sheep could always talk, but humans can't hear them.
It's like the Toy Story of sheep. Toy Story rules.
And the song that's playing in the background is When I Wake Up.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna be the man that wakes up next to you. When I wake up.
The whole time Jason was here, she kept going, Jason.
Jason, you can't do it like I can.
Oh, anybody with headphones, you're killing them. Anyway, yeah, it's a very like epic version of 500 miles. It's like, and I would walk 500 miles.
Every time something happens with this case, that's my hat. There they are.
I will walk 500 miles just to keep you walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 miles.
Yours sounds vaguely, I don't know, African. Like, I would.
Every 90s animated soundtrack was vaguely African.
After Graceland. I have a list of notes here. Let's go over them real quick. Yoshi in New York, when he's swinging his butt. It's like one of the only needle drops in the movie. You okay? You falling?
Yep, I'm falling. I'm falling.
I'm on 2 pillows in a store right now, okay?
Nope, and she's done. All right, I'm sending you to bed.
Yep, good night, everyone.
Good night.
We love you. And I would walk 5. Go to bed.
I thought I was sleep deprived.
Yeah, this kid's been nuts for a few weeks. Bye, I love you. They explained how Peach gets her Smash Brothers umbrella. That's got to be some story, people.
Yeah, it's a gift from Mario. It's fun. It's nice and charming.
She didn't have time to explain this part. She was annoyed by an aspect of Yoshi. She wanted Yoshi to be way cuter. She said like anime eyes and much smaller. She was annoyed that he was larger than the Mario brothers. And I was like, well, it wouldn't make sense. If they're going to ride him, he needs to be bigger. And she was like, no, baby Yoshi in the first one, adult Yoshi in the next one. Have a whole movie that's baby Yoshi, where he's eating stuff, you know?
Really disappointed they didn't do Mama Luigi, but that's okay.
True.
Mama Luigi?
She has a point in the sense that, doesn't it feel a bit like going from the first movie to this movie is kind of hopping or rushing through a lot of Mario lore?
You could do a Super Mario World movie.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right? Or Mario 3. I'm down with Mario. I mean, I guess we rewatched the first one, which, first of all, I like the first one. The first one was good.
Yeah, I know.
They cover a lot of ground. He's turning into Tiny Mario. He's turning into Tanuki Mario. He's like, they're covering
Donkey Kong,
ice balls. I'm like, this is like a lot of Mario that you're doing in one movie. Luma just shows up, you know?
It was like, if this was their only Mario movie, they had to shoot their shot. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
That's what it was. And then this one felt a bit like they were rehashing a little bit of that and then just kind of getting on with it. Look, is the plot paper thin? Yeah. I would say, like, the point that you made, the closest thing to a story that's here, I think, and to distinguish between story and plot. This is a lot of plot. The story, probably the closest thing is Bowser's rehabilitated or trying to be rehabilitated while his son doesn't want him to be.
He's trying to recover. His family is trying to get him to get back into alcoholism.
It's good to like pair Peach and Toad like for their own adventure. I thought it was really odd that they did like an entire like Super Mario Brothers 2 adventure like in a casino. Like I was just all like Birdo, Toad, the little like a cherry game.
It was obviously just a Peach and Toad action set piece. That's what they were thinking. I guess there were slot machines in between levels and Super Mario 2. I guess that's the amount of thought that went into it. But
I put down a note. I said, why did Bowser and Luigi like each other?
You know, Mario, all boys believe their fathers are larger than life. I don't want to disappoint my boy by being so small.
I thought that was cute. I don't know, like, why. It was just like, you know, Luigi's just so affable. He's just like, yeah, sure.
Luigi's got more grace for him, even though, like, Bowser put him in a pretty difficult situation in the first movie.
Yeah. That would be traumatizing. There would be a lot of PTSD with the cages and the torture. And
I thought that the world map, when they're taking care of the kingdom, that was a good sequence. Like, it's very Mario. It's true. It's like you're just kind of watching Mario stuff. And in theory, a child just wants to see Mario stuff. And even me at 40, because I'm a filmmaker too, and I love movies and I want them to have emotional resonance and all the rest of it. But like, is it ever okay for your movie to just be an amusement park ride or like an experience, a Mario experience? That's kind of what it was. Is that okay?
Yeah. Like Avatar is like an experience. You just go there and you ride the ride. I analogized it to a bag of Skittles, like I love Skittles. It's my favorite candy. I'm not going to like have a bag of Skittles for dinner.
Right.
But I don't want to live in a world where there isn't Skittles. So
Jason's position was not that the movie was thin on plot. I don't think he cared about that so much, but more that it didn't contain flagship moments that were memorable and that you would return to. So I think he felt like the first movie had the Peaches song.
Yeah, you definitely had that as a meme moment, but I'm almost glad that they didn't try to shoehorn in another one. Like they, just like get Jack Black to do something else.
They could have gotten away with it. They definitely could have, because the la 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 lava chicken, like that's a huge hit too. Like this guy just whatever he sings, people seem to like.
I do think. I know Yoshi is kind of just like a sidekick throughout the thing. He's almost like just a cute character that tags along, basically. The Yoshi popcorn bucket was a huge, kind of cultural phenomenon. It's got texture. It's sturdy. The Hatch and Yoshi. I don't know if you've seen that Hatch and Yoshi. It's like a Hatchimal Yoshi thing. My kids were talking about it. They wanted one. I got one.
He pops out of an egg.
Yeah, he pops out of an egg. I think the merch is selling well. Like the movie theaters probably love this movie because the merch sells well.
When the moon hits the sky like a big pizza pie, Yoshi! Wait, where are the Yoshi dolls? Actually, where are the Elsa dolls?
Yeah, so I think there are things that people are taking away from the movie, but I kind of agree. There's nothing as big of kids were singing that Peaches song all over the place. So
yeah,
there's nothing quite to that level here.
There's the novelty of having a Mario movie in the first place.
Yes.
Which you can't really repeat that. I mean, historically, sequels are diminishing returns.
Jaws 2 is kind of the Empire Strikes Back of the Jaws series, in that it's the sequel that topped the original.
Right.
Jaws 3 wasn't as good. Jaws 4 is close to being as good as Jaws 2. And of course, Jaws 1 would be the second best of the Jaws movies.
This thing is now up to $850 million.
Probably get to $1 billion or squeak by $1 billion, which is less than the other one.
I think the last movie to pass $1 billion was Avatar 3, which is interesting because nobody saw it.
Yeah, that was one I didn't even see.
You could find somebody who saw the second one. You can't find anybody who saw the third one. It must be the entire,
It's, foreign market.
It must be India. It must be huge in China.
They did Zootopia as well. That's why Zootopia 2 did well.
Yeah, it made $2 billion, right? 1.5 billion. Incredible. The weakest of the avatars in terms of performance.
Probably broke even.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, what was the budget? 400 million. So a nice little profit there for James Cameron. I think before that, I want to say Moana 2 was the last $1 billion movie. So remember, after COVID, it was Top Gun. And there were a few sleeper hits that kind of came out of nowhere and stuff. I feel like that, even that sort of thing. I don't think Top Gun Maverick, if it had come out now, would have hit.
No.
Do you think the new Spider-Man movie? Probably, right?
I don't know. Because I guess was the Punishers in there. I don't think you have as much as draw as No Way Home. No Way Home just was a watershed moment. You got all the Spider-Mans together.
You can't do that again.
You can't do it again. And I don't think just something, Red, something. I don't think that guy is gonna do it for people. But I don't know.
And if you don't get that, there's something broken in you can't fix, and you really are a nut job.
They had some novel puppet scenes in the Mario Galaxy movie, which actually that was something that Gloria was I love the puppet scenes.
Oh, yeah, the puppets are cute. Everything with Bowser and Bowser Jr., I think, worked really well for my kids. I think that really was effective for them, which is funny. And they learned the phrase, prepare to meet your maker.
Prepare to meet your maker.
And they've been saying it to each other while they're trying to kill each other.
That's funny.
It's prepare to meet your maker. What does that mean? It's it means you kill them and you send it back to the creator.
Take him back. He's bad. I was kind of surprised or almost impressed from a writing perspective that they were able to sidestep the damsel in distress thing yet again cleverly. In other words, an entire franchise that's built on saving princesses. Modern movie, you couldn't just have a vanilla movie where guy saves girl, especially with the Mario franchise where it is going to be 4-quadrant, girls are going to show up. You sort of understand why they're we would want to do something a little bit more than we don't want to just have it be Mario! I made a cake for you.
Dear Mario, do not come to the castle. I baked an absolute cake. Just completely fucked it up. I'm so sorry. Peach.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No. I don't know why he's making that noise with the girls. No. It reminds me of in Ocarina of Time, that era of Zelda games, when he falls, ah! Ah! And he lands and gets damage. As an adult, he goes, my tits. My tits. My tits. My tits. My tits. as opposed to Mario, who goes, "Oh!" He's been doing that ever since the first game in the NES one. If time runs out or something, it goes. He turns back into a small Mario.
Mugs up the camera while he bounces off screen, meeting his maker.
Fucking heart attack meeting his maker. But yeah, the damsel in distress thing, in the first movie, they sidestepped it by having Peach is the hero. Peach is he's the fish out of water. She's the hero. She's the one that trains him to be Super Mario. She's the one, she gets to use power-ups too, and she's just like a playable character like anybody else. And Bowser captures her to marry her, and she still, even in that scene, shows heroics and stuff to try to escape. So there's still like a Mario saves the princess element to it, but she gets to still be a hero. That's kind of how they figured it out in the first movie. Now it's like Rosalina she's going to be captive, but we can't have one of the boys go save her. So we'll have Peach save her. And then we've solved the plot problem again. So I thought that was kind of clever. I was like, you guys keep figuring out ways around this like gender thing.
But and they made a bunch of jokes about like, oh, it's your first like princess snapping or whatever. You know, they made jokes about how it is a thing in the games.
I'm just so happy for you. Your first princess snapping.
The Mario Maker thing was pretty memorable.
Yeah, that was a great scene. My favorite scene. Definitely.
For those who haven't seen it or want it described or whatever, Bowser and Bowser Jr. are monitoring the Mario Brothers who are kind of like getting through their castle. And every time they're on screen, it's 8-bit style. And then it cuts back to them in luscious CG. And then it cuts back to them in 8-bit style. It was very funny.
And which preceded by the Meet Your Maker line, which is a pun for Mario Maker.
Mario Maker. See that?
They know how to brand their things.
Well, because I guess that's like, in some ways, these movies are the exact opposite of the 1993 Blade Runner version of Mario. If the problem with that movie is like, this has nothing to do with Super Mario Brothers. Big Bertha is like a black prostitute and stuff. Like you're talking about the fish from Mario 3. Toad is like a drug dealer, I think, and stuff.
Yeah.
Yoshi is very, 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 like animatronic CG.
Yeah, very much 1993 like dinosaur thing.
So if it was like, this is way too big of a departure from what we like.
Plumbers. Plumber alert.
This is like, it's so much the thing that you like that it won't allow itself to be anything else.
Yeah.
They took a little bit of license, like for instance, adding new lore, like Peach and Rosalina are actually sisters. Like that's kind of a big thing.
As somebody who's seen the first movie 100 times, so I've seen it hundreds of times. It's very much a sequel to an Illumination Super Mario. Like if you are with those characters, the Illumination Mario characters, if you've seen them all through all these iterations as I have, I think for some reason I enjoy this story more because it's a sequel to those characters, as thin as they are. It picks up like right where you left off, basically, with Bowser as a prisoner and stuff like that. I think it's because people saw the first movie, and if they didn't like it, you're not gonna like this movie because it's like the same shit, same continuation of that.
Like I said, the first movie really shot its shot, and so this doesn't have a lot of new stuff to discover. I mean, they throw Star Fox in there, who Gloria said was hot.
Oh yeah, the people say that.
Join the internet. I mean, I guess it's fine that you, like, for no reason at all, Star Fox is in the movie. I feel like there's probably, like, another way to have, like, done interstellar travel that didn't involve Star Fox that's more Mario-based.
Glubba, or whatever the fuck the name of the big purple star is. Where was he? He wasn't in the whole movie.
But if the idea is to start building the Nintendo world, while at the same time, Shigeru is saying we don't intend on doing a Smash Brothers movie. Interesting.
I do think, to Jason's point, like what was the cultural impact? I think a lot of people were talking about Star Fox online. Like everybody was like talking about it. I still see like gifs of Star Fox, like when he sees the money and his eyes go big, and people like that version of the character, the design, and they seem to resonate with them, and there's a lot of discussion about it.
They had some cool Mario Odyssey stuff in this, like that purple dragon thing that's in Mario Odyssey, the T-Rex, of course. If the goal was to try to like fit all these elements into a movie, it's like they did a pretty good job with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's amusement park ride. I have fun watching it, and I want to watch it again. Actually, maybe not 100 times, but I do want to watch it again. I think the only time my eyes start to like glaze a little bit is probably when they do the T-Rex thing with the babies, because they're trying to do Yoshi Island imagery. to key jangle you. And so they have that sequence, and it's like, okay, I think I'm done with that.
I was also thinking like, oh, Baby Mario, that's cool that they got this in here. And then I watched the first movie again. I'm like, they did Baby Mario already. Like,
yeah,
covered this ground. I was like, the first movie covered a lot of ground. You got Donkey Kong, and an important question would be like, did you feel like you wasted your money? And when you have a child who's loving the night, it's kind of hard to feel that way. When we were childless, 10 years ago, we would sometimes we'd go see a Pixar movie or something like that. And like, I think we saw Frozen in 2012 or whatever. I think without a child. And if you were a big Mario fan, like you can imagine being like an adult and going to see this movie. But I have to say, like, I bet it would be kind of a hollow experience.
Yeah, I don't think it would be. Yeah, I have two kids who are like bouncing up and down about this movie, who go home and talk about the movie, who say they want to like get the movie and watch it a million times. They want to get the record for the movie and listen to the soundtrack.
It's just different.
We've been listening to the soundtrack. That soundtrack is great, and I'm so glad they whittled away the needle drops to just like one or two. It's a great soundtrack, and we are going to listen to it a bunch of times. So
I thought that the puppet credits were very novel too, because again, I thought the puppet thing was kind of the coolest.
They're like redoing the story as if it's Bowser's puppets. Yeah, that's really fun.
You can almost imagine like where to take this, like Paper Mario movie, or certainly like a 2D Star Fox. There's just a lot of ways they could go at this point. Probably very few of those options would lead to like $1 billion movie. I thought that I don't remember exactly why I wrote this, but I wrote abrupt ending. Something made me feel like, whoa, it just like ended out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, they just like built the castle, right, and then it just ended. Yeah.
I did think the Luna prison guard, who of course was in the trailers and stuff. It's a mid-credits roll scene where the Luma is kind of tormenting Bowser and Bowser Jr. By this point, Bowser has gone into lava and he's turned into a skeleton. He's a dry bones Bowser.
Well, that's something that happens in the games.
Specifically, the new Super Mario Brothers games, right? The DS one.
Yeah, new Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario 3D Land. And
it happens in 3D Land?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to turn into Bowser's Fury.
Yeah, there's a sequel for you. Bowser Jr. tries to revive his father using his magical paintbrush, and he makes Bowser's Fury, and you can have a huge kaiju battle. Come on.
And then Bowser Jr. has to team up with the Mario Brothers, right? That would
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good.
Yeah. And then maybe the other Bowser kids show up and they're with their dad or something.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like I found this DVD. I actually bought this probably at Newbury Comics in like college, or maybe soon after college. It was just in my parents' basement for years. My parents took care of my kids recently, and I was like, oh, what's in here? And I found this. I'm like, oh, we got to bring this home.
The packaging is so great.
Isn't it? It looks so good.
Yeah.
You got a little Frog Luigi, which makes a very brief appearance. We started watching this, and like honestly, it's about as good as the movie. It's corny and dated in a lot of ways, but like it does all, like they get power-ups, they do all the cool stuff that you see in the games, and like because Nintendo recycles stuff so much, like it's all relevant. They're playing Super Mario 3D Land right now, and there's Raccoon Mario, all the same sound effects, so it's like you watch it and you're like, oh, this is great. Put it on for the kids and they're having fun.
I remember there was a problem with those DVDs where they used like a lot of licensed pop songs. Like every episode had like a pop song.
The chubby Prince Charming is going to be my husband. Power, love, curious thing. Make one man weep, make another man sing.
Then they did Super Mario World, and Yoshi was in it, and they just got rid of Toad, which is like a little bit what happens in the Mario Galaxy movie.
Who can resist that face?
Come on. So some cool dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group.
Toad feels a little bit threatened by Yoshi. Fine. Like if there's only room for one, and Yoshi speaks.
Mama Luigi.
Yoshi, catch him, caterpillar!
But they also have like a caveman character named Utar.
Oh, those cavemen suck. I can't watch that show because of the cavemen.
Why are there even cavemen in this? Like there was no cavemen in Mario World.
I remember when I was a kid, I watched the original Super Mario Super Show. I liked it. It was fine. But I think this was when they reached their stride with this one.
Everybody thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom.
Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom.
But then his Doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest army the world has ever known, the Koopa Kids.
Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family.
I'll get those plumbers!
I remember an episode of Mario World, there was an emergency, like a fire emergency, something like this.
What we really need is an emergency number to call. Like right now, for instance. That's the biggest dinosaur I've ever seen.
And he looks awfully hungry.
Not to mention just plain awful.
The cavemen had no way of quickly communicating or calling 911. So Mario and Luigi invent the telephone via coconuts and vines, and so that they'll have like emergency services. and then what happens is they overinstall the telecom in Dino Land. All of the cavemen become like total phone addicts. They're just constantly yakking on the phone. And ultimately, I think Yoshi has to just eat through all the telecom to solve it.
Yoshi has to kill the cavemen.
And then there was one I had on tape as a child, and I've seen this one a million times. It's called Never Koopa Koopa. This is from Mario 3. Cheatsy, I think, was the kid's name, right? Maybe? Of course, they all have different names. Than
Yeah, that's like Larry, right?
Right. Koopa is going to wave the white flag. He says, I surrender. I'm leaving the Mushroom Kingdom forever. Here's the key to Castle Koopa. You can do whatever you want with it.
Castle Koopa. I can turn it into a retirement home for elderly mushrooms.
And the princess is like, we're going to make a retirement home. She and Mario go to check it out. They get immediately captured by Koopa, who's obviously just there. Of course, they didn't call him Bowser in any of these shows, by the way.
No.
It's called King Koopa the whole time.
King Koopa gives his kids a birthday party. They stay Koopa'd up in Koopa Castle all day. Oh no! It's King Koopa's doom ship!
Yeah, and the kids all have different names because I think they started the show with just like the Japanese copy of the game, and none of the kids had names at that point. And so they just like made stuff up.
Andrew Dice Clay. There's a Koopa kid that sounds just, he's like, hey, King Dad, what?
Right, King Dad. Anything you say. We'll stop those Barrio brothers.
Oh.
Whatever Roy Koopa's name, Bully.
So Princess Toadstool and Mario get captured, and they throw a bunch of bombs in there. And then so it's up to Luigi and Toad, and they try to breach the castle underwater. They're immediately captured. And then Bowser goes, I'm going to force Peach to sign over the Mushroom Kingdom. And like as he goes away, Cheatsy decides like, no, I'm going to have her sign it over to me, and I'm going to cheat my dad. And then through a series of tricks and power-ups, they're able to escape. It's a good episode. Never Koopa Koopa.
And we just watched an episode where like Cootie Pie dresses up like a human to try to like seduce Mario, and then like Luigi dresses up as a Koopa to seduce her.
Yeah.
And then
I've
they actually make out at one point. I'm like, what the fuck? But it is pretty like amazing. Like all the personalities are pretty much spot on. Like the Mario personality, the scared Luigi personality,
all there.
Even like the girl boss Peach or Toadstool, but it's there, and Toad is that. So it's already built into the Mario cake, like all the way back here. So it's
Have
funny.
your kids ever seen the sitcom segments with Lou Albano?
Only briefly. There's like they don't even know how to connect with it.
Yeah, my kid thinks it's the shittiest thing. She's like, like Magic Johnson and Cyndi Lauper showing up.
Speaking of being like disappointed by Mario movies, I remember seeing the Mario movie in theaters, like the 1993 one, and I remember getting out of the theater and being like, I'm going to try to forget that happened.
I remember thinking, I was like, why didn't they just get Lou Albano and Danny Wells to do it?
Yeah,
Like, that was perfect. They would eat spaghetti. They'd have the girl from Wonder Years come on.
They'd have Magic Johnson in like a window or whatever he had.
Yeah, because he couldn't be fucked to go to the studio. We don't want to get AIDS by sharing sodas or anything like that. Of course, in the 80s, that's how you got it. Or if you were on the same basketball team.
Well, fuck you, Luigi.
And by the way, have a little piece of spaghetti on your overalls. Fuck you, Luigi.
Fuck you, Luigi. I remember being, it thrilled me just to hear them say, here's a preview for the next Legend of Zelda.
Have a banana and watch some scenes from the next Legend of Zelda.
Here's a preview from the next Legend of Zelda.
Real Elvis will be back after the exciting scenes from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
And do the Mario.
We all waited for the Zelda episode. Like, Zelda was the main event for all of us.
It was Fridays.
That was the Friday show. It was special.
Do your kids like that? Have they checked that out?
No, I have not.
They
But
would like the Zelda show, I think.
they probably would. If they're enjoying this, they'd probably like the Zelda.
I got all them DVDs upstairs. I got World 3, Super Show, Captain N, which is sweet. Your kids might like Captain N.
Could. There's a lot of games like that are old.
But I thought it was really cool that he had an NES controller on his belt, and if you pressed like the D-pad, he could. Although I remember being a little annoyed by it. I was kind of like, why would the left D-pad cause you to like basically like transport out of there? Wouldn't it just inch you to the left?
He just controls his own legs with the D-pad. It's very slowly.
What if they had like at some point in the middle of this Mario movie, this new one, they had like a washed up wrestler play Mario live action.
You go to hell before you die.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Please.
Controversial opinion. I think I prefer the voice of the guy who did Mario 3 and Mario World in those shows over Lou Albano. I like Lou Albano in live action, don't get me wrong.
We'll be right back, and boy, am I steam!
Yeah. I like the more like brusque.
Yeah. You always worry too much, Luigi.
You always worry too much, Luigi.
That's almost like the Hotel Mario one.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Smoke weed, Luigi, or whatever the.
Be careful when you smoke.
Weed?
YouTube poops.
I showed Gloria YouTube poops of Hotel Mario.
Get ready to catch her.
She thought it was the funniest shit she'd ever seen in her life. She was like, "Can we please watch more YouTube poops?" We were watching a voice actor. This was when Jason was here, actually. Voice actor reacts to bad voice acting in video games, and there was is it Final Fantasy or something where like the characters start going ha ha.
Oh yeah. Final Fantasy X, yeah.
Yeah, she thought that was awesome. So she's walking around the house going, ah. She loves that. Yeah, she'll walk around the house. She'll go, boy, I sure wish Ganon would do it.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Or yeah, she'll walk up to me. My boy.
My boy.
All right, that's probably, no Donkey Kong. Was that surprised me a little bit.
He had a little cameo during the Yoshi scene, like he's causing trouble in Brooklyn or whatever, on girders, of course.
Never went back.
That's kind of in character, I guess. I think they'll make a Donkey Kong movie, probably. I think that seems
next. Like a sure bet. Especially if you would, of course, do it with Pauline, and you would have it take place in New Donk City. You could probably do something there. I just don't know, man. I don't know what people show up to the movie theater for anymore. Like, it's got to be really special for them, right? Like, I saw a trailer for He-Man, Masters of the Universe movie.
It's like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah, I'm like, I to be honest with you, I think He-Man kind of sucks. I'm just not into it.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
But it looks like He-Man.
So if you're into He-Man, it might be fun for you.
I think Jared Leto plays Skeletor, which is like this guy is box office poison.
Yes, I was about to say.
Box office poison.
This poor guy, like he used to be really good, and for some reason, everything he shows up to bombs.
I mean, I'm playing Super Mario Odyssey, I think 2 with my kids right now, and we play the Mario Kart a lot. I've been really wanting to play the original again.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.